foresta magica che sorge in cima a un vulcano, una famiglia di nomadi
celebra la caída de un ángel y el ritual de su renacimiento.
Som en manisk besvärjelse över den döda stjärnan manar
Varekai is a furious, flamboyant celebration inspired by these mad artists.
Chaque jour, peu importe où le vent les emporte, risquent leur vie à défier les lois de la gravité.
Прыгай через вулкан, чтобы сказать миру о возможности иного.
愿望可以获胜。
What is a dream today about that show? I think it's to see it come alive in April because it's like a new baby. We'll go through the, clean it, pamper it, dress him, show him to walk, and eventually it will walk by itself because it will be like a living organization. But I think the situation here is it's been 3 years we've not done some creation. So we're a creative enterprise. So we've been dying for delivering a new show. So we're all excited and all anxious to see the genetic of that new baby who will be delivered in April. So the dream's about seeing it get alive. Cirque du Soleil had 18 years this year of existence, and one of the biggest challenges at Cirque will be to fulfill the future in terms of creativity. And I believe the future belongs to our capacity to put in place some new creative people who will come and challenge even the style of Cirque du Soleil or some of the element content.
In June, for myself personally, was meeting Guy in London and him coming out of nowhere and saying, hey, I'd like to change your life completely and do this.
Andrew's been an artist, artistic coordinator, a director of creation. He did some direction for certain little things.
And then thinking about it and saying, okay, and meeting with Dominique.
First was the invitation that I have, that was coming like a gift from the sky to me.
What happened when I met Dominique, the real big decision is made when it's the encounter of two human beings, person to person, when you look in each other's eyes, and within the first couple of minutes, you know if you feel comfortable and you could build on confidence.
So I told them, it's kind of a risk you're taking, and I want you to be sure that you're taking a risk. So I'm not coming there like a magician, let's say the young wolf who's gonna change and make the revolution. So you're taking a risk, and if you're ready to share the risk with me, let's go.
What happens is exactly that, to find the creative team.
It's a very new team, and every time the person was introduced as a new team player, it's curiosity, it's excitement, it's a nervousness.
Violaine Corradi, composer.
My name is Jacques Paquin. I'm the rigging designer.
François Bergeron, sound designer.
The team was not put up on one day. It was put up with life, with accident. And when you know that eventually there will be soon a new creative team that will be created, you want to be there. You want to be a part of that. You want to make that trip with them. And the door is opening and yes, you go.
Francis Lapa, I'm projection designer for the show.
André Simard, I'm with the research of aerial movement.
Just on the street corner, finding an art book of Eiko Ishioka and looking at that art book and say, this is an amazing reference for the costume. And Sundays, why we don't call her? And Sundays, she's with us.
Dominique Champagne did call me. Then he said, I'm a director for Cirque du Soleil for next project, and I love to work with you. So I was very stunned and excited because I remember very strongly, oh, this is a chance I can work for Cirque du Soleil.
My name is Michael Montedero. I'm one of the designers or choreographers of the show. This show, there's two.
My name is Bill Shannon, and I actually wear two hats in the show. I work as a trainer, and the other hat I wear is as a choreographer for the 2002 production.
The lighting designer, same story. That guy was the assistant of the lighting designer of Cirque du Soleil for many years, just running around, knowing everybody. He's the kid of the Cirque du Soleil, and suddenly, why you don't do the lighting? It's your chance, it's your time.
I've had the great privilege of being always fully immersed in Cirque du Soleil's design process, but I was never the one with the final responsibility. So it's a discovery, it's a roller coaster ride, it's very exciting, at times it's very hard, and at times it's really exciting.
So it's opposition, it's life, it's reality, but it grows by itself.
I'm here to audition for Cirque du Soleil, and one of the reasons why I want to do that is it's the best sort of show I've seen ever, and I want to be a part of that.
Thank you.
I'm 20 years old.
In September, which was absolutely a fabulous point because most people who don't know this year, all in the room, and the conceptor and the artists saying hello to each other.
We put together two Georgian dancers and a dancer using crutches and skateboard from New York, with young contortionists and circus artists from Moscow. I mean, all that spirit and those clashes, I'd say. When you're the animator of such a reunion and when you realize that you put all those people together, you cannot say, well, that's for sure, that's something, you don't know necessarily what, but something will happen from that.
We just started the rehearsal this week in the set, in the studio, with the acrobats, with the musician, with everybody just arriving. This is our studio.
It was very funny. We were in a creation meeting and Stefan arrived with a piece of styrofoam with 4 or 5 little sticks of metal, like straws of metal inside of it, and he was like, this is the set, this is the forest.
When you design a space, it's very important to give to the artist to give the feeling of going somewhere. Sometimes you have a set and you just open a door and you're straight in front of the public. Here, if you have a movement of being sucked in the womb or in the head of the spectator, if you give that to the artist, you win something. And in this case, we win strongly because we have a context. The forest is a context of life, a context of experimentation, a context of fear. And for the spectator to have that feeling that anything could happen. It could be funny, it could be ludic, it could be, sexy, it could be many things. A forest, it's magic.
Instead of proposing to the audience, let's say, a circus context, we decided to propose them a dramatic context, which is kind of a magical forest. Litten by the reading of Icarus' myth, escaping the labyrinths, going too close to the sun, and then falling. So we decided to start more or less our story at the end of the Greek myth and trying to find the right context or the right environment of this fall. So little by little we came to the idea that he might be falling inside a family of survivors like the circus artists are. Then we decided to put the action inside a dramatic context and based our, let's say, dramatic line with the meeting of this family and that falling angel.
What's very different for me this time around, it's not the fact that script is written, it's the fact that Dominique believes in it, that he presented it. It's the fact that he's been able to convince people that this is the story.
Our show is inspired by the myth of Icarus. Not necessarily the myth itself, but from the character after the myth.
Working with a narrative line makes me approach this score like actually a music score, because I feel that it's the mission or the mandate of the music to make the audience feel the tensions, actually to tell the story that we are trying to transmit to the audience.
So let's make what I would call the making of an angel.
In speaking about Dominique coming with a script and taking his approach, which I would really hope he would do, apart from trying to create an approach that he doesn't have, Dominique arrived with the scenario. And for many reasons, circus show is very different to a theatrical show. Even if you make a theatrical circus show, there are things that happen in circus that maybe wouldn't happen in theater. A good example would be, since the beginning of the formation, we started working an act with 6 girls, which was going to be on what we call a multiple trapeze, but it's actually a scenographic structure of how Dominique approached it. So we worked for months. This act doesn't exist, there's no reference, so we just believed in it. We said, okay, we're going to try and make something. Some weeks ago, we actually realized we're not going to get the act. We're going to try as long as we want, but we're not going to get the act.
Pour l'instant, j'accroche pas tout au numéro. Je trouve que c'est tout un paquet de faire. Là, c'est pas ouvert. Sorry, but I don't like it. And I think we're in the wrong direction. Except if you feel differently, I'll follow you. But at this point, I'd rather tell you that I don't think that act will perform anything in the show.
The structure was not there anymore, which meant a part of the mise en scène wasn't there anymore, and it also meant a part of the scenography wasn't there anymore.
Sorry, we have to have a...
I know it was like a shocking moment for him when we announced that it was gone. It was like, oh boy, okay. So, and it's funny because 2 or 3 people said, "Welcome to circus."
Quand tu risques de te tromper aussi. Si tu risques puis tu es sûr de réussir en prenant ton risque, c'est pas un vrai risque.
Well, you remember Peising is the name of a Chinese village where everybody's changing his mind all the time. So I have a ticket to go there tonight.
5:30.
Dominique thinks that chaos is a creative force, and I also think that. I mean, I think it's difficult sometimes to have 15 things going on at once that are all part of the same thing, but I find that they feed each other. And in a sense, when you then recoil or back away from it, you see the results are incredibly woven.
This was, to me, in conflict with the strap, but I like the design of that.
Something happened, doesn't work, I should redesign it quickly. This kind of things happen very often for filmmaking and many other big productions. So as much as possible, I want to keep basic design, but some of the costume doesn't fit, throw away immediately, build idea quickly to adjust to this purpose, you know. I want to see entirely together, heads with this one. Did he explain to you very
To me, it's like the ghost of my father or grandfather.
The ghost of my...
Yeah.
This is your passion.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I understand. You have a passion to this. I don't want to disturb any passion. I understand your vision very well. When I design a costume, I don't feel I'm designing a costume. I design something else, perhaps my art, to dedicate to this production, make success. So what is mean the art? Art means not like fine art, my own art. The connecting is deeply, precisely about the story itself and the concept itself.
Il reste juste à faire le joint entre les deux.
Les costumes sont longs à faire cette fois-ci, peut-être un petit peu plus que les autres productions à cause de sa façon de travailler à ECO.
C'est des cristaux d'Autriche qui viennent vraiment capter la lumière. On a estimé 100 d'heures sur ce maillot-là.
It's near from panic because of the lack of time. We're a little bit anxious about all the work to do.
On me dit dépêche-toi. Ok, je me dépêche. We might sort of hit a hard patch, but it's just to get around it and keep on going The one thing we must keep doing is believing, no matter what kind of problems we encounter on the way, that this will be a good show, it will be delivered on time.
Francis Laporte, the visual designer, video designer, found a way of, well, create literally a video cloud as a, let's say, clown companion that's going to be driven with video projections.
We call it the cloud. It's there's going to be projection inside from this projector.
For the moment, now I have a prototype. The prototype gives me the idea that it's possible to have my cloud integrated inside the show.
My name's John Gilkey, and I'm playing a character in the show, the Vigie. So he lives in this little nest up there. He's a bit of an inventor. He's a bit of a clown.
Of course, when you're working in such a context that you think that everything is possible, you dream of ideas that you would never allow you to dream in another context.
I have to make it possible, and for now, I have to prove it. And I am confident, but still, it's a big, big, big challenge.
With our knowledge, we're inventing with regards to the way that we're creating. It means that the process is very, very much alive.
Our commitment is to make sure that we will continue to work and replace and modify what we need. And as we speak today, I believe the foundation is a good foundation for a good show.
Ces découvertes-là, cet engagement-là, arriver à créer une bande d'artistes engagés dans le plein sens du terme.
Try changing directions without stopping.
Je me souviens la première fois que Bill est arrivé ici, il est un des chorégraphes du spectacle, qui se déplace en béquille sur un skateboard comme moyen de locomotion. Des gens qui sont habitués de faire 15 pirouettes par jour et qui voient que c'est ce gars-là qui va être chorégraphe du spectacle en partie. Il y a eu des chocs de culture extrêmement grisants ou tout à coup tu te sens fier d'avoir réuni ce monde-là dans le même presto. Bon, mais il va sûrement en sortir quelque chose, ça se peut pas.
When you go into those turns, like you go like that, right? And you hit the turn like that, then it's like this.
My contribution is very clear. Even through the literal representation of the use of crutches is a very direct line to me. So anyone going to the show is going to say, oh, that must be the guy on the crutches who did that part of the show, you know, which is to me, it's sort of, it's simplistic in the sense that it's sort of pigeonholing or, you know what I'm saying, defining me in this narrow parameters. And so it was very much of an honor and a privilege to work with the straps.
So it's like peeling away, it'll look like this. Yes, like that, yes.
Pour les deux garçons qui sont les hommes volants, on a créé une nouvelle manière de bouger dans les airs, non pas trop lyrique, mais plus actuelle sur un plan de mouvement de la danse contemporaine et même avant-gardiste.
Hey, when you guys are up there, can you do this one again where you initiate each other? Let's step away. Yeah, step out.
Don't turn out. Because of the choreography, because of the movement, we cannot have lunge or have a safety line. So they know about that, we know about that, and all the technique and the artistic people knows about that. So there is no error.
This morning is the first time that the artists are using the new swing on stage. It will behave differently, so it's a crucial moment for me to know if I've worked right and for them to start to learn to walk and run again.
Jacques Paquin, qui en a vu, qui lui porte la responsabilité de la survie des artistes dans le sens que c'est lui qui design tout le gréement, toute la rigue. Donc, s'il y a un mousqueton qui lâche, s'il y a un filin qui pète, s'il y a un filet qui attrape pas, c'est sa responsabilité. Fait que lui, il vit avec.
So I'm giving you these machines. I hope they serve you well. Try to go slowly and be very careful. I cannot fear what I'm doing because I'm asking artists, acrobats, to have confidence enough in what I'm doing as a designer to risk their own life, basically, in performing their art. So fear can definitely not be the motivator of all of that. Stress, fatigue, anxiety, and all these bad words can be there, but fear is not allowed in what I'm doing.
Je fais voler les gens depuis une quinzaine d'années dans toutes les techniques aériennes des arts du cirque. Mais je suis très conscient du danger. Je suis très conscient et j'ai peur même, hein?
It's the reality of the danger that every acrobat is facing every day. Not to fall, not to fail in the attempt they're doing.
When I saw the scenario of Icar from Dominique, I was shocked a bit. I said, I invent a safety launch for the trapezes that is really safe.
I had very big fight, I would say, with the people from circus that told me, no, we cannot base our work on that. This is a circus taboo. It will drive a nightmare inside our universe. That's the reality, the dark side of the thing that we don't want to face. And I say, so if it's so important, then we should go there and try to deal with that.
Le risque, c'est le danger du cirque. Le risque d'en mourir, si les choses, le danger, le spectateur a besoin de sentir ce danger-là.
I wanted to do a tribute to this art of living, this art of facing the danger, this art of being together, of surviving somewhere with the means of their art, of their simple art, actually.
Stand by, and music.
We're at the 7th week after starting the rehearsal in the studio. I think for the first run-through that we've been through, for the first time that we can have the whole big picture of the show, and it's going quite well.
Je suis très optimiste, mais je peux pas dire que je me sens très en avance.
Ah, je suis content, je suis très content. Ça réagit bien. C'est peut-être un petit peu trop linéaire à l'arrière, donc ça donne une image qui est toujours rectiligne. Les numéros de strap aussi, de ne pas être trop linéaire, trop vertical. Donc, il faut essayer de voir qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire pour corriger ça. Soit avec les éclairages.
The most urgent thing to work on, coherence, I guess. Trying to get that flow in and trying to get things connected.
When you're lighting an acrobatic act, it's always a little bit of a conflict between a dramatics and opportunity for an acrobat to see in every moment of it where he or she is flying.
Come a little more on stage right. So, Paul, if you could, yeah, that's it.
Sometimes you have too many people on stage, sometimes not enough. It's a balance.
We have a script for the show, and so I try to put into movement what the theatrical avenue that Dominique's decided to take. The slippery surface, for example, he sees that as a huge celebration, a big carnival. So when I approach that, I try to approach it with that kind of sense of freedom, not the kitschy sort of Mardi Gras thing with the beads and all of that, but more in a sense of that freedom that comes with celebrating something and having a good time.
I feel that our mandate as creators that are part of this wonderful life, circus life, one of our most important mandate is to remind people about beauty on earth. If at least we would succeed into doing this, I think our job would be well done.
Summertime, it's full of people there.
Well, it was honestly a very moving moment to come into the big top for the first time. So when I walked in just now, I just stopped behind the set and I was almost afraid to continue around to have a look at that in reality. This is our home, our cathedral now.
On a vécu au cirque, dans les studios, un premier enchaînement qui nous a donné cette impression-là qu'on était une équipe. Mais là, ici, ça va être vrai, tu sais, ça va nous appartenir. Aujourd'hui, en tout cas, je suis bien excité. Je suis extrêmement préparé. On verra comment ça va se passer.
It's a shock. It's but a good shot.
I just wanted to welcome you today. You're in very good hands with Nicolette, Stéphane, and Dominique.
All around here is the fitting area. You know, that's cool.
Everything is brand new. Trailers, kitchen, stage, show.
Everything. Those are loge, dressing rooms. All of you will have one.
First impression, it's very exciting to see the artistic tent where we're going to be living for maybe 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 years for some.
Nicolette wants to know, where does the ping pong table go?
For sure, every day we'll be training here, and I don't know, it's exciting to have this new group, and I hope we get along. And
This is our home. And it's, for me, I've always felt that this is a bit of a cathedral.
Évidemment, avec la toile du chapiteau, on sent plus une architecture derrière, donc non, ça flotte. Non, je suis très, très, très content.
This place is really cool, you know? I love it, man. Look at the seats. They're really cool. They're soft, you know? We had like benches all over there, but now look at this beautiful place. I love it.
Juste pour les acrobates, de pouvoir répéter devant les sièges comme ça, de tout à coup prendre conscience que oui, c'est un show, là, c'est pas une idée, c'est pas une compétition sportive, c'est vraiment un contact avec le public où on va sentir la rumeur du public tranquillement.
I'm really very, very touched. I really feel that in my body and my chest and my stomach, a very good feeling.
By the end of John's act, it ends with that call. Thing is, could you, I don't know how, by the end, turn your light off?
Yeah, I'll figure that out. I don't know.
The chapiteau has definitely brought the circus home to me, brought the sensation of it is a traveling show.
你们喜欢太阳团吗？ Yeah, I like it.
I try to remember the time that passed, the experience that I had. Then after Saltimbanque, we went back to Moscow. Then I really wanted to go back, see my friends, you know. So I remember all my friends, the cities. So when we went back to Moscow, we were in one city. I want to travel again, so that's why I really was forward to coming back.
Start your makeup now, so you're
Dans la semaine qui s'en vient, donc, il va y avoir beaucoup de costumes qui vont avancer, puis on fait une parade vendredi prochain.
Okay, I repeat, guys, I don't want to look at you like dead dummies, okay? Be alive and show me your character and the way you move during the act so we can appreciate the costume. Okay, go to stage left. Okay, stop there. Okay, can you walk to the forest a little slowly? Okay, move it, Pedro. Close your hands. Yeah, like that. Okay. Show me your profile. A little more nervous. Look at me. Move your head. Okay, thank you. Who's next?
I want to see contortion.
Okay, go on with...
Circus is one of my dream projects, but the real creative journey is very, very tough.
Thank you. Awesome. What I feel is that this is not right, okay? He looks like a boring teenager to me. So.
Because of this is almost 70% of the subject, I have a strong battle for technical ideas.
La parade, c'est un peu la période où tous les concepteurs, pas juste le concepteur de costumes, mais d'éclairage, de décor, c'est où tous les concepteurs se réunissent puis voient un peu l'image globale.
C'est quelque chose d'avoir une vision globale parce que c'est très, très large. C'est très large. Il y a le spectacle, tous les concepts, le poster, le nom, les entraînements, les numéros. Il y a tellement de choses.
My name is Mookie, and I'm one of the clowns in the show.
My name is Claudio Carneiro. I'm one of the clowns.
So this one's got to be quite dancey. So can you suggest any dance moves that would be flattering?
Yeah,
With this kind of work, most of the experimentation you do has to be with the audience. You can only really make 50% of the number before the audience come in, and the rest of it is a relationship between the clowns and the audience. But some stuff I don't want to be experimenting with, like the technical things we're doing, and we have to get that set. So we just kind of fighting to meet those all the time.
Once you're on the site, you have artistic tent, and the stage becomes a huge competitive real estate where everybody needs to be on stage, but there is only so much available.
And we really need time on the stage with the technicians and the lighting and all this.
It's not small, but really more small than the big top. So I think we have to go there and work that a lot to be okay with the space, and it'll be funny.
A lot of dangers the next 3 weeks because of the technical demands of some of the other numbers in the show. We are not getting any stage time at all, and it's beginning to drive me up the wall, actually. So today I'm going to go in and fight with the creative director and say, you have to give us some space.
Okay, are we ready? No. Pourquoi on n'est pas prêt? Come on, run it, Anton, okay? We're waiting for you for 10 minutes.
Oui, mais là, on a 10 jours avant la première. On peut pas se permettre du niaisage de même. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait? Il y avait 1 heure de make-up à se faire?
C'est ça qu'on avait dit au meeting, c'est qu'on allait arrêter puis faire juste des cues.
OK, sorry, Anton, it's my mistake. On commence sans le piano. On commence bien.
This is a group process, and it's bigger than any one of us, I think.
C'est vraiment une grande machine. Puis des fois, tu penses pas que tu penses que tu n'as pas une voix.
Try to have my voice somewhere to be heard, to have the essence of what I was trying to get across to survive through that process.
Do you want me to take it a bit slower when I'm coming through the forest or something?
What I'm saying is that you keep the same rhythm for the moment. Normally you would stay there 30 seconds. It's more a matter that when we start that wave, it brings us to the musician.
C'est une grosse machine. Il y a beaucoup de cues à régler.
Les gens sont fatigués, les artistes sont fatigués, tout le monde est fatigué.
Ben, c'est l'énervement de ne pas savoir totalement ce qu'on a à faire, je dirais, mais c'est parce que souvent l'ordre du spectacle est toujours en changement à chaque jour.
We have to stretch that moment, okay?
Things are starting to come together, but now with everything coming together, we're noticing how many elements have not really been meshed together. To bring it all together now in such a short time with the pressure and the fatigue, that's the big challenge right now.
Okay, stop. We're gonna do that again, okay? Just right by the end, okay?
All chairs backstage, please. Goodbye.
Kids are tired. It's been a long stretch, but that's also part of excitement of experience and creation and giving a birth. And that's where they're now. They start having contractions. I think they're realizing that they're in that stage right now.
It's working, the cloud is flying, floating, the view is well inside. I hope that people will get the magic, because for the moment it's fragile, but I have plenty of hopes that this subject will make some people dream, I don't know, but for me the job is kind of done.
A few weeks before the premiere, it's really, I can use the example of the giving birth. You know, when you're at the end of the term and everything that gathers, the family gathers around and everybody pushes together.
Je pense que c'est le temps aussi où il est temps que le public rentre puis que ce show-là appartienne aux artistes puis au public puis que moi, ben, je m'en retourne tranquillement chez nous.
It's a premiere, so do it safely and do it with pleasure. So have a very good show.
Champagne pour les acrobates puis les concepteurs. Une grande journée.
I don't have any fears in terms of finishing things. but I do have anxiety.
15
It fits.
I'll lose some weight though.
Les journées de première, c'est les journées dont je me souviens, tu sais. Et les moments insoutenables, là, les quelques heures qui précèdent le grand rendez-vous, où il n'y a plus rien à faire. C'est-à-dire que le show ne t'appartient plus. Puis en même temps, c'est comme la soirée enfant de chienne. C'est-à-dire que tu te présentes devant le jet set, les gens qui ont tout vu, qui savent tout, qui sont difficiles à impressionner.
I realize also how the terms freedom of creation is a real expression in Cirque Soleil.
Si pas envie d'avoir ce jugement brutal-là, tu sens que le rêve pourrait tout à coup être brisé, puis qu'il y a un danger d'avoir une douche d'eau froide sur le dos des artistes qui vont le défendre.
People sometimes used to take that, what was the formula or the thing we've done to achieve a success, and try to apply it with a different taste, flavor in the following show. What I'm trying to establish here with my creator is to challenge new field and exploring new creative environment or space. And if we fail, inside us we'll feel comfortable in the sense that we'll have to give everything we think is good, and the show must go on.
I could say that the most scary part for me would be to not become the butterfly in time on the specific date of the premiere in Montreal.
If anything could go wrong, I would say really quite honestly is with all of the talents that we have from the artists and the support from the Cirque and the creators and the coaches, that we don't make a show that would touch people.
Quand tu livres un spectacle, c'est un de nos mandats, c'est de donner le sentiment que l'humanité est bonne, que le spectateur sort de la salle.
It's gonna be a tough audience tonight. What is in your hand now is your eyes for the audience. Share this show to the audience. Give your soul to touch their heart. So remember, there is 3 things to make this show happen. Emotion, emotion, and emotion.
Oh, I'm just not completely comfortable yet with the numbers because they're new, a couple of my numbers, so my timing is off.
Before the opening night, we're gonna show our best, and then maybe everything's gonna go okay.
Stand by, tapis rouge, and stand by 1 hour for the premiere.
Suis ton os, oui. Alors tu pars de ton œil, tu files ton os, touche J. Tu vois en dessous de l'os? Oui. Tu le sens? OK. Alors, tu descends en dessous de l'os, fait. Tu vois ton creux de joue? Tu vas chercher ton creux de joue, tu descends.
I need to breathe like for a couple of minutes. So.
Stand by 30 minutes. 30 minutes for the show. Thank you.
Am I calm? Can't be not calm, you do trapeze.
We'll see. And we'll really see, because I cannot speak further than that. And that's why I said, like, it's the 7th of January that we go on the stage, and that's when we're going to see.
Have a good show, everybody. Keep it nice and clean.
Attention, everybody. And now we are at the beginning for all this clean act. We're going to go through the Olga clean act.
Et maintenant, mesdames et messieurs,
很好，我很喜欢这里。
It's going really well. I'm really happy. On y arrive, là, on y touche, on y a touché.
Ça marche bien, le public l'aime.
Now I feel good because I just finished.
So much fun, man. It's great.
C'est ça, c'est lui. C'est d'être excité de voir naître une nouvelle création au cirque.
Merci beaucoup.
Good job, Adrian. Good job. Hey, 谢谢。
Dai, veloce. Dai ancora.
Grazie. Thank you. Oh, pas demain.